Hello and welcome to Procontation Point's video Snark. I read bad books so that you don't have to. I'm continuing my read-through of A Touch of Darkness by Scarlet St. Clair. Not the first video, go check out the others, links are posted below. Chapter 19. The next morning when Persephone wakes up, she takes a moment to watch as Hades sleeps before she slips from the bed. She contemplates her feelings for him, mostly anger over how he seemed to trap her with the contract, but she also thinks about how she does kind of want to be with him. She's still lying to herself about her feelings and keeps insisting that they only act upon their mutual attraction and there's literally nothing more. As Persephone stands there, she feels a sudden impulse of her magic and goes running off into the garden area. However, before she can uncover literally anything about herself, Hades shows up, asks if she's okay, if she regrets the night before. When she says no, Hades pulls off her robe and they have a 2-second encounter, which is, quite frankly, kind of the opposite of sexy. They shower, and once done with that, Persephone contemplates putting on her ball gown from the night before. Instead, she asks Hades for something to wear. At first, he insists that she should walk around naked, but Persephone is quick to remind him that there are other people around. He then dresses her in something. And, considering that this book loves to bring the plot to a screeching halt to describe clothing, this is one time where it's notably absent. The narration is more concerned with Hades necking on her than the fabric he's putting around her. They go to breakfast where Minthi is quick to remind Hades that it's already 11. Hades asks Persephone what she's going to do today and seems kind of disappointed when she says that she's going to work on her next article about him, but then he's surprised when she says that she's going to interview some of the souls. She justifies this by saying that everybody's going to talk about his new charity or the ball. Hades then gets upset and tells her that he's told her not to write about him to begin with, which is fair. He had, although notably missing from anything is Persephone telling Hades that Adonis was the one who published her half-written piece without her permission, and furthermore, you'd think Hades would be glad that she was no longer intent on writing a smear campaign against him, but whatever. Chapter 20. Hades calls for Thanatos and asks that he escort Persephone around while she's doing interviews. Thanatos agrees and the two of them set off. As they're going, Thanatos says that the living have all but villainized death, but the way he speaks is oddly comforting and so nice, so Persephone decides that she likes him. Thanatos asks that she has a list of people to interview and she shows him. He asks why those people in particular, and Persephone explains that they all had contracts with Hades. Thanatos warns that she'll be disappointed but teleports her anyway. However, they go to Elysium, and for those of you who don't know, but it's basically the Greek version of Eternal Paradise where souls rest after a long and hard life. Persephone thinks that Hades took pity on the souls that he had contracts with and put them there, but Thanatos quickly tells her that Hades doesn't decide where people go, the fates do. And then, because Persephone is several fries short of a Happy Meal, Thanatos has to spell it out for her like she's 5. Hades' main job with the mortals is to make bargains on their behalf. Sometimes the fates weave a new future, sometimes they just do whatever they were going to do anyway, and furthermore, sometimes people just don't want to be saved no matter what. She realized now that she hadn't been listening to Hades at all. He had told her before that the fates were involved in his decision-making and that it was a balance, a give and take, yet she hadn't thought twice about his words. As I've been saying, Persephone was so caught up with her anger over Hades that she refused to look the truth in the face. It takes somebody literally spelling it out for her like she's an infant for her to grasp even the most basic of concepts. Why didn't he tell me? She asked, suddenly angry. He did, multiple times. You literally just told the readers this not even 2 paragraphs earlier. Persephone is upset that she kept saying all of those nasty things to and about Hades, but that literally nobody told her otherwise, despite the narration itself contradicting her ire. I cannot right now. I just can't. Thanatos and Persephone walk around a little bit, although it's mostly silent. He tells her that the souls have to drink from the Lethe in order to forget and reincarnate and move on, but this is confusing to Persephone because how can you heal if you don't remember anything? Thanatos is of the opinion that you can't heal if you're constantly stuck in the past, and I completely agree, but the souls won't reincarnate until after they've healed. Thanatos goes on and says that the souls of Asphodel are planning another celebration and that Persephone should join them. She asks that Thanatos and Hades should join them as well, but Thanatos doesn't think that they would appreciate their Reaper partying alongside them. Persephone says that he doesn't know that they would because he's never asked. Thanatos agrees to go, but says that he can't speak for Hades. This leads Persephone to something that Hades said following the last celebration, that he didn't go because he didn't feel worthy. She asks what that's all about. Thanatos says regret from a time when he wasn't so nice. As they go back, Persephone asks when the last time Hades hosted a party in his home. Thanatos says Hades has never done that before. Before she leaves, Persephone goes to visit Hecate. She explains to her friend that she was able to sense life earlier but doesn't know how to harness her newfound ability. Hecate agrees to help her. Thanks for listening to my book Snark on YouTube. New videos are up every Monday, but stick around because I sometimes drop random videos on other days too. Just as a reminder, even if you can't financially support me, there are other ways to support me. The first is watching this video as well as all my other videos. It's also important to like and subscribe. Finally, you can share this video with all of your friends so that they can help as well. If you're already caught up with all of my videos, you can go to Tumblr for my main book Snarks, always free and updated every morning. And if you've already read all of my main Snarks, you can find even more Snark on my Patreon. You can access it for $1 a month. Plus, you also get early access to my main Tumblr Snark. Special thanks to Dawn, Phoebe, and Nikki for supporting me on Patreon already. If you want to hear your name in my video next week, either support me on Patreon or make a one-time donation. Do you like my Snark so much that you want me to snark your writing? I do that too. For just $3 per chapter, I will tell you how awful that your writing is. But not to worry if you feel like you couldn't take the criticism. I also offer regular book editing as well. $3 for every 5,000 words. You can contact me on any of my social media platforms if you have further questions. If you want to read some of the things that I've written, you can purchase my works on Amazon. I have a slew of erotic short stories and now 2 full-length novels. I also sometimes run flash sales on my stories, and if you don't follow me on any social media, you might want to do so just so you can know when I might be offering more things for free. Links for everything will be posted below. See you next week, guys.